The Paycheck Protection Program. You can now apply for both PPP Round 1 and 2 through a brand new application, all in less than 5 minutes, and get thousands of dollars in your account. So I'm going to cover every single step on how to do it, cover the details, who can apply, who can't apply, and then go through the actual application process. That way you shouldn't have any questions on what to do, and you should be able to receive this funding. This works for all contractors, including all gig economy workers. We're talking Uber, Lyft, Instacart, Amazon Flex, Fiverr, Thumbtack, Airbnb, Turo, Grubhub, any gig job you can think of, this applies for. Anyone who is a 1099 worker, this will apply to you. As long as you don't have employees, you don't get a W-2, you have some kind of side gig, or you have some kind of full-time gig that you're self-employed, this applies for you. And you can literally do this on your phone. So here's what's going on. We're in a situation where millions of independent contractors, sole proprietors, Uber drivers, Lyft drivers, Grubhub drivers, any self-employed individual, you're eligible to receive a Paycheck Protection Program forgivable loan and get thousands of dollars in effective stimulus. However, the programs and the systems for this, frankly, are terrible. They're awful. The SBA says that they have a heavy focus on the smallest of small business owners, the smallest gig workers. However, it's just not quite lining up like this. I mean, banks aren't helping. They're not doing a wonderful job in most cases of processing these loans. The SBA is completely overwhelmed, and many people are just giving up on the process or not even starting altogether because the program is confusing. It seems like it's only for businesses. It seems daunting. You wonder about forgiveness, but I'm here to say this has changed. The application is automated now, easier than ever, and I'm just really excited about it. I mean, I've made it my mission to make sure that everyone who can apply for this does apply, and you get this. Now, this is all because a data analytics company has come out with an application that literally takes 5 minutes from start to finish for both round 1 and 2. Now, full disclosure, I am part of this company's affiliate program, but I would not be talking about this if it wasn't game changing. And if you find a better way to apply than this, I will happily do a video on that, but I just haven't found anything like this yet. This company is Womply. They just launched their new Fast Lane program. I'll have the link in the description of this video right down below where you can start this application. You can even do it alongside this video and just pause it, and see where exactly you're at, and just follow along with me if you want. Even if you've already applied through Womply before, this will be really valuable for you if you haven't received your loan yet, because you might want to use this program instead. It's just literally 5 minutes. So let's cover what the Fast Lane program is, who qualifies, and I'm going to walk you through the entire application after that. So let's go over to the computer here just to get some basic information about this program. So we can see, we already talked about most of this. So here's the issue that we're seeing. There are 41.1 million non-employer businesses who could qualify for the PPP. So this is anyone who's an independent contractor, gig worker, self-employed in any capacity, and don't have employees. There's 41.1 million of you who can qualify for the PPP and should apply, because you'll get thousands of dollars for doing really nothing different. The question to ask yourself is, do I have 5 minutes? Do I want $3,000 or whatever your calculation is? If the answer is yes to both those questions, you should do this. 96% of those people did not receive a PPP in 2020, but it's not too late. But it will be by the end of March, but it's not too late yet. Only 3% of those PPP dollars have gone to businesses with 0 or 1 employees. And only 5% have gone to loans under $20,833, which is the maximum amount for one person. And here's a bunch of eligible businesses and services, but we don't need to spend too much time on that. Here's some reasons why eligible businesses aren't getting access. And really it comes down to confusion about the program. People less likely to think themselves as small businesses, and this is a really big issue because all the terms of the program are like payroll, business, and then if you're just self-employed, you might not necessarily think of yourself as a business, but you need to think of you as a business entity. The reason it's all framed this way is because the SBA simply didn't have the capacity to do another grant program, kind of like the EIDL grant. So they had to frame it towards a forgivable loan, and this is where we're left. Also, these smallest businesses are less likely to have, a banker, CPA, a lawyer, lenders. There's this disconnect between the incentives of processing loans, where a lender would way rather process a loan for someone who has 20 employees than a single employee or solo business. and the incentives just aren't quite aligned no matter what the SBA seems to change on their back end. And also most lenders lack good technology. I mean, you need good tech if you want to get millions and millions of people to apply for these darn things. And the SBA is just, they're overwhelmed. Their systems aren't totally up to par for what's going on, but I think that this has really changed with this new program. So this is who this program is for. People who've never received a PPP loan. You can't have received the first or second round. You've never received an EIDL loan. You can't have any employees, and your loan has to be between $1,000 and $20,833, which is the maximum amount. This is based on a $100,000 net income figure, which is the maximum amount for one person anyways. So this is just a little bit of an overview here. Simple 5-minute data collection process, automated first and second, and automated first and second draw forgiveness. So this will automatically apply for forgiveness as well for you. Literally all it's going to do is after your covered period, after you receive these funds, you're going to receive an email in your inbox that says, here's your forgiveness application. You open it up, you click sign, you're good to go. Like, I wish I didn't have any employees so I could do this application, but here I am. So here's how it will work. They just collect your basic information, collect your tax documents. So you must have your 2019 tax documents. And this might be a small hiccup because you also need to have it in a PDF form. Now, one way around this, if you just have like the physical like paper tax documents, you could get one of those like scanner apps, either on the Android App Store or the Apple App Store. If you just search like picture to PDF scanner or something like that, you'll find a scanner app that will allow you to take pictures and make a PDF, and then you'll just be able to upload this. But you have to have your 2019 tax documents. Unfortunately, you can't use a 2020 draft form as of right now, and you can't use a 2020 tax return as of right now. It's only 2019. It's kind of limited because it's so automated. They only accept 2019 right now. Like, it even auto calculates for you. You have to have a government ID and be able to upload a picture. Provide demographics, that's optional. You must be able to just certify basics of the application. If you're familiar at all with this, you'll understand that. I'm going to go over it a little bit later. You need to be able to connect it to an online bank account. So that's another thing. You have to have an online bank account because this is, again, all automated. And then you literally just click to sign the first draw application, click to sign the second draw application, and you just get funding deposited. It's that easy. And then on forgiveness end, Womply will send bank transaction data to the lender. So you're just automatically forgiven on the calculation end for that. And you just literally click to sign forgiveness and you're good to go. And then here's just some additional information as to why this is like a monumental program. One thing I really like is real-time chat support on every page. So if you start the application, you get stuck, you can just literally live chat on that page, get some help, move on. Like you'll see in a second, this thing is really easy though, but awesome customer support, very automated. The NAICS code is captured automatically, which is a kind of a hang up for a lot of people I know in the past. Boom, they figured it out. And the security is very good with this as well. So now let's hop over to the actual application of this. So here we have a screen record of the entire application process. So we're going to run through this, and I'm just going to pause it where it needs to be paused and just give some extra context along the way. That way you know exactly what to expect here. So starting right off, this is going to be the very first page once you click the link as to choose where you want to go. If you're going for this fast track program, you need to click the bottom one. My business does not have multiple employees and where I work for myself. From here, you just put in your basic information, Max Harrison. Now, is the PPP first lane right for you? You have to certify all these boxes. You've never received a PPP or EIDL. You have a US mobile phone number. You know your social security number. You have a government ID. You have an online bank account, and you have access to a PDF of your 2019 tax return. You need to have all of that in order to do this application. So you just select all those boxes and you apply fast. If you don't have it, that's okay too. You can just do the regular application process as well. Then you just verify your email address. So they're going to send you an email. You click that, they'll send you an email, which directs you to the actual application after you put in that basic information. So this is what the email will look like. Save time to read this. This is just some basic disclosures as to what to expect with the program. You can see if you choose PPP Fast Lane will allow you to apply for 2 PPP loans all at once, which is literally unheard of. There's just a bunch of additional information there. Your PPP lender is, it'll tell you which lender they pair you with. There's multiple lenders. So how this works is they'll just pair you based on your individual criteria, what's the best lender to send you with. So this is like a data company built on top of a bunch of SBA companies. And also, this is completely free, by the way. You should never have to pay for a paycheck protection application ever. If you have to pay, don't do it. And also, you still can apply through any lender. You don't have to use this one. This is just one that has a very good flow of information through the application and great customer service. So again, you can use whoever you want. So there's just a bunch of kind of disclosure and information there. You can feel free to read through that once you receive your email. Confirm that email address. Now you need to confirm your phone number. They'll send you a text. You just enter in the verification code. You're very likely familiar with that. This is some information on what to expect. You should already know that. You've been watching this video. Some basic information, your address. This is where you upload your Schedule C, your tax document. You can see file format must be PDF. Again, you can use one of those scanner apps if you just have it physically, or if it's in some other format, you can just Google whatever format it is, converter to PDF. Like if it's a JPEG, JPEG to PDF converter, you can get that on your phone, or you can just use a computer and download it that way. All right, we received your uploaded documents. You just click next. Now you just upload a picture of your government ID. You can just click that link. I mean, it's super user friendly. Take a photo of your government issued ID. Take a photo. You can do it right from your phone. Looks good to go. Get your smiling face in there. All right, so now this is where you can provide demographic information. You don't have to if you don't want to. You can just click skip if you want to. Now, these are the certifications of the PPP application. This has to be done on every single application. It's a lot of things like, are you debarred from taking any kind of government federal assistance loan? Have you received a felony in the last several years? Have you defaulted on a SBA loan in the past? Things like that. You'll know the answer as to whether they apply for you or not. And then you just certify this down at the bottom. You just click confirm. Now you certify under penalty of perjury that the answer to this question is yes, the United States is the principal place of residence for all employees, which would just be you in this case, included in the calculation. You just confirm that. If that's no, you can't even apply for the PPP program, unfortunately. All right, it shows what you're eligible for based on your tax documents. Auto calculates, literally couldn't be easier. And you can see this is for both first and second draw. So it should be the same amount on both of these. You can apply just for one if you want. I don't know why anyone would ever do that, because you can get, more money. The way that this is calculated is it'll be your net income divided by 12 times 2.5. Let's say your net income was $24,000. So you just take $24,000, divide that by 12, which is $2,000, multiply that by 2.5, which is $5,000, and you should be able to get $5,000 twice. It's that easy, seriously. So let's move on in the application here. Now you need to connect your bank account. If you've done any kind of like online brokerage account or anything like that, you've probably used this service, Plaid or Plaid, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, but it allows you to securely connect to your bank account. I know I've used them several times on various services. You just log into your bank. And this is all completely encrypted as well. And you can check the credibility of Plaid if you want to. You just click continue. You choose which account you want the funds deposited into. You choose, it just says this is your SBA lender. For you, it'll actually be an SBA. You just understand what exactly you're signing up for here. It's just basic disclosures. Now here we can see it's kind of the steps through the process. So first you need to sign your applications, and then you just receive funding, and then it's really that simple. So you get started, and then you'll be another disclaimer. There's always got to be disclaimers. All right, so we can see this is all pre-filled but you still have to like do a DocuSign, like initial, kind of thing. I'm sure you've done plenty of these before. Moving on from here. So this is the email that you received. Your signed first draw PPP loan application form has been submitted to the SBA by your lender. This is after you do all the signing and initialing. And then it has been approved. So then after it's been approved, and these actually process way faster than in any other PPP loan because everything is verified electronically. That's another huge game changer here. So then you just review and sign your first draw PPP loan. And then right after this, we're going to do the second draw PPP loan. So you just do a little DocuSign signature here. So your first draw has been dispersed to your bank account. It's literally that easy. All right, now we have the second draw. And again, you can do these both at the same time. It's awesome. Okay, you just do the little signatures and initials here, just like we did for the first draw. You get this email. It's been submitted to the SBA. And then you're just going to sign in again. All right, review and sign. This is for your second draw. You're going to do a little electronic signature here and some initials. But it's literally just a couple clicks. Now your second draw has been dispersed in your bank account. It's going to take a few days to actually receive the funding, but it's really that quick. And that's it. That is seriously it. It's that easy. If you have any additional questions, feel free to ask them below. You can use that link in the description. I've been working very closely with this company, and they've been doing a great job whatsoever. And I really appreciate the level of customer support that they have on this program. I think that is an absolute game changer. And again, you still can apply through any lender. It doesn't have to be this one. This is just one that has really wowed me with, especially this new program. So again, feel free to ask any questions. Like this video, make sure you share it with anyone who this might apply to. That is absolutely huge. You can be a good friend, neighbor, if you if you share this to someone who can potentially receive thousands in their bank account. Subscribe if you enjoy these updates, and I'd like to thank you for watching, and I hope you have a profitable day.